Jordan called that afternoon. Based on Dr. Ramirez's assessment, we're closing the case. Mikey can return home immediately. I nearly cried with relief. Thank you. Mr. Williams, Jordan added, off the record, I want to apologize for how this was handled initially. The first caseworker should have recognized the specialized accommodations for what they were. I appreciated his candor, but all I could think about was bringing Mikey home. I drove to my mom's house immediately to share the news. Mikey was ecstatic, jumping up and down and flapping his hands, his way of showing extreme happiness. Mom hugged me tightly, tears in her eyes. I knew they'd see the truth, she whispered. As we packed up Mikey's things, my phone buzzed with a text. It was Thomas again. Just heard CPS close the case. Vanessa is planning something else. Watch your back. I stared at Thomas's text for a long minute, my hands starting to shake. Just when I thought the nightmare was ending, Vanessa was planning something else. What the hell did that even mean? I deleted the message and shoved my phone in my pocket, not wanting Mom to see how freaked out I was. Mikey was buzzing around the bedroom, happily packing his dinosaur toys and chattering about going home. Daddy, can we get ice cream on the way home? The kind with the rainbow sprinkles? Mikey was practically vibrating with excitement. I forced a smile, trying not to let my new anxiety show. Absolutely, buddy. Extra sprinkles even. I ruffled his hair as Mom gave me a knowing look over his head. Everything okay? She asked quietly, while Mikey was distracted with organizing his stuffed animals by size. I hesitated, then nodded, just ready to get him home. We loaded everything into my car, and Mom gave Mikey an extra long hug. I thanked her about 50 times for everything she'd done. The drive home was filled with Mikey's excited chatter and, as promised, a stop for ice cream. Walking back into our house together felt surreal after the hell of the past week. That night, after getting Mikey settled back into his own bed, I sat down at the kitchen table and tried to think. Vanessa clearly wasn't finished with us. I couldn't keep living in fear of what she might do next. It was time to go on the offensive. I called Elizabeth first thing the next morning while Mikey was eating breakfast. I need to know what my options are here, I told her. Thomas says Vanessa is planning something else against us. Elizabeth didn't hesitate. We have multiple documented false reports now. That's harassment, potentially defamation, depending on what she's told people. We could file for a restraining order or even pursue civil damages. I just want her to leave us alone, I said, watching Mikey carefully arrange his cereal in patterns only he understood. What's the fastest way to make that happen? Let me draft a cease and desist letter. Coming from a lawyer, it might be enough to scare her straight. And if not, it establishes a paper trail for further legal action. I agreed, and Elizabeth promised to email me the letter by end of day. Meanwhile, I called Dr. Chen to update her on the situation and scheduled an appointment to get Mikey back into his routine. With Mikey back at school the next day, I tried to settle back into normal life. His teacher, Mrs. Wilson, had been amazingly supportive through everything, sending home activities during his absence and making his return as smooth as possible. She pulled me aside during drop-off. I just want you to know we're all on your side here, she said. The whole staff knows what happened. If anyone suspicious comes asking about Mikey, we'll contact you immediately. I thanked her, relieved to have allies watching out for us. Elizabeth emailed the cease and desist letter that afternoon. It was formal and intimidating, outlining all of Vanessa's actions and warning of legal consequences if the harassment continued. I printed it, planning to mail it certified so she couldn't claim she never received it. That evening, I was helping Mikey with his bath when the doorbell rang. Telling him to stay put for a minute, I quickly dried my hands and went to answer it. When I checked through the peephole, my stomach dropped. It was Vanessa. For a split second, I considered not answering, but then I realized this might be my chance to end this once and for all. I opened the door, but blocked the entrance completely. What do you want? I asked coldly. Vanessa looked different than at the wedding or courthouse. Her makeup was minimal and she seemed tired. I need to talk to you, she said. I have nothing to say to you. In fact, I was just about to mail you this. I grabbed the cease and desist letter from the side table and thrust it at her. She took it, glancing at the letterhead. More legal threats? Real mature. You tried to take my son away from me with lies, I said, keeping my voice